Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you 5 really easy ways to fake a blowout. These are so easy, in fact, that I want you to know if I can do it, you can do it. And what I mean by that is I am a pregnant mom-to-be with a toddler. I work from home, I'm very busy, and I'm sure a lot of you are in the same boat. So knowing that about me, I just want you to know when I don't have energy and having my hair look good is probably the last thing on my mind. It can still just add a little pep to your step, make you feel good about yourself. Why not? And when you see how easy all of these tips are, you're not gonna wanna go without them. So the 5 methods that I'm gonna show you are 1, using hot rollers, which, stick with me, that sounds so high maintenance and the opposite of having an easy routine to do when you're a busy mom, but you can set them in 5 minutes, go eat breakfast, take them out, you're done. I'm also gonna show you 2 different curling methods that are kind of like hot rollers, but without the actual rollers, and you can sleep in them. So only taking a few minutes before bed and then sleeping and taking them out in the morning. Those 2 methods are what I call faux rolls, which are kind of like using hot rollers, but you're using a clip instead of a roller, and you sleep on it overnight. And then the other method is pin curls, which are a little more flat to your head, but you sleep on those too, take them out, and that's actually what I did last night. So you're seeing the result of that right now. And then the other 2 methods are 2 different hot brushes. One is by Revlon, one is by BABYLISS. You let me know which is the right one down below. And stay tuned, make sure that you are subscribed and you have your bell notification turned on, because I will be doing a video completely dedicated to comparing the BABYLISS and the Revlon brush, because when I was shopping for one of those brushes, actually both, and comparing, I would have killed for a video that just compared those 2, and I could not find it. So I'm gonna do that for you guys, so stay tuned. And if you're not already subscribed, I would love to have you. My name is Sarah. If we haven't met already, I am a nationally certified personal trainer and nutrition specialist at fitstyle.com, my app and website where I train my clients. I am also, like I said, a mom to a toddler with another one on the way. And on this channel, I love to make videos that will make your life a little bit easier. Today it's hair, but I do a lot of videos based on cleaning, organization, cooking, travel, motherhood, things like that. So I would love if you stick around. Go ahead and introduce yourself in the comments. All right, let's get started. The first method is hot rollers. Okay, I'm gonna get started with the T3 hot rollers. They come in a really convenient case, so if you were to travel with these, you'd be all set, especially if you're going to a wedding or some kind of event for the weekend and you're not staying very long, you don't have to bring a whole bunch, you could totally bring this. Because once you unpack it, it's only this big. So we have the case, we have the rollers. There are 4 big ones, 4 small ones. You can just go ahead and plug this in, and it only takes about a minute to heat up. All you have to do is press that button. And then in the bag, it has all the clips. Now the clips can leave crease marks. I think maybe they just take some practice to not get the crease marks, but you could always get the clips for hot rollers on Amazon or something like that. But I will be using the clips for today's video. They're almost all heated up right now. I'll show you the difference. See, this is kind of like a silvery color and it's black over here. This means it's not heated up. This means it is. I think that took about 2 or 3 minutes total. But you could always set this out on your counter the night before, plug it in as soon as you wake up. By the time you get dressed or anything else, they'll be ready to go. So there are a couple ways that you can make curls with these hot rollers, and one is the kind of typical classic full of volume waves where you're rolling this section of your hair backwards and everything else kind of down like this. But you could also kind of split things in half and kind of make everything go backwards. And that'll give you a little bit more of a beachy look. But today, I think I'm going to do the volume thing, because the other hairstyles that I'm gonna be comparing are all gonna look kind of like that. And you could section things off with clips and then start rolling, but because this is like a busy lady kind of style, I'm going to show it the way that I'm probably more likely to do it, which is without sectioning anything or adding any extra work. Okay, so I'm gonna start with one of the bigger ones. and do this. Get the end of it here, roll it, and clip. By the way, I'm keeping track. I see what time that was started. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the section behind, also using one of the big rollers. I want a lot of volume at the front and at the top, so I'm gonna use all the big ones here. Also, these are easy enough that I don't really feel the need to use like a certain measured amount of hair or something. Like you can just throw these in. That took less than 4 minutes to put in. But that's kind of what I heard. You throw them in, it takes you 5 minutes, it can take you less, and then you go about your day and come back in like half an hour, 20 minutes maybe, and you're good. Last time, I think I only gave this about 15 or 20 minutes and I still had a lot of curl and it lasted me a couple days. Okay, it is 6:53, if you saw that. And I'll come back in about half an hour, take these out, and we'll see how they look.
Just folded some laundry, ate dinner, and I'm very happy with this result. So this is the Revlon One Step Hair Dryer and Volumizer. I love this brush so much. The first thing I do is just start kind of brushing throughout my hair. No real rhyme or reason to this. I'm just trying to smooth out any bends in the hair. Then I section it off just a little bit and then start rolling from the bottom. So you can see a little bit of flipping is already happening. And the longer you hold it and the higher you angle it, the more flipping you're going to get. This is such an easy way to do your hair. Probably the fastest of all the blowout tools in terms of like not having to wait for anything to set. So I really do like this tool a lot. And remember, I am going to be doing a comparison between this brush and the BABYLISS brush, and I'll let you know more details about each brush. So if you're looking to buy one or the other, definitely check that out.
Okay, this has been filming for 5 minutes and 20 seconds. So that was not long at all. So you could stop here if you're faking a blowout. But since my hair is already warm and I do want to add a little more to it, I am going to pin it up as if hot rollers were in it, but I'm only going to be using clips like this and maybe some bobby pins. So I'm gonna look in the mirror while I do this, but whenever I start, I take the first section of my hair, and you may also wanna keep a brush near you for this part because you want neat hair as you roll it back. So I got that, and then I'm just gonna take 2 fingers, wrap my hair around it, and I try to pinch where the end is. And I keep some space. You can see there's like a barrel wave thing going on here. Don't worry about like little pieces like this falling down. It's not that important. If I ever need a little more reinforcement, you can just take a bobby pin and just put it in there too. So the front piece is kind of one of the more important pieces. Like if it's like a bottom back of the head curl, I wouldn't really worry about it all too much, but yeah. Okay, so now go back this way, brush from the bottom. If you brush from the front like this, you may get part of this curl's hair in the next barrel. So brush it through and start curling. Now you can do this without doing the first step I did with the hot brush. It's just that now my hair is a little warmer, which will make it set nicer. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start doing these front pieces. So I'm gonna have one here, one here. Now these go straight back. These are going to be wrapped down this way. So they're gonna face down, whereas the other ones face backwards. Now I think it's important to mention, because I don't want you to be surprised when you take these out. When you take them out, they are going to look, I'm not quite sure which decade you're going to look like, but they're gonna be kind of tight and they may not be exactly what you had in mind. They will loosen throughout the day. Here's my robot vacuum doing chores for me. Love that. Thumbs up if you love robot vacuums. Now I'm gonna go to the other side. Just remember that if you do this at home and you're doing it, say 4 hours before an event, that you may want to allow some extra time for the curls to kind of fall and loosen a little bit if you don't want them quite as tight as when you first take them out. Just to give you an example, this has only been in for a few minutes and it's already starting to make a nice curl. So when we take it out in the morning, it should look really nice. At least it has in the past. So gosh, I hope for this video's sake that it turns out well. You could gently hold a blow dryer over your hair when it is pinned up like this. Since I already started basically with a blow dryer, I'm not going to. It's also gonna be in for so long that I don't really think it's gonna matter, but if you're in more of a hurry, you could try that. This one is just giving me trouble and I'm just gonna leave it. I've done this before where I've had a few wonky ones and I really didn't notice too much at the end. Okay, this is it. I will check back with you in the morning. Okay, so this will fall and loosen up as the day goes on. Some pieces have a little bend in them where last time they didn't, but it's still a pretty nice way to get your hair done with minimal effort. I'll check back in and show you once it doesn't look like this anymore, once it's had some time to kind of do its thing. Updating to say that a few hours later, after my hair has been in a clip for most of the morning, not bad. So it looks kind of funny when you take your hair out in the morning, but if you give it a little bit, it really does end up looking pretty nice. I do have a piece that's kind of bent over here, but that's an easy fix with a curling iron or a flat iron. If you're gonna use a flat iron, just make sure to kind of do that motion with it rather than straight down. But if it's a curling iron, you can just kind of run it beneath the bend and it takes care of it. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you this tool. It is the, do we say BABYLISS? BABYLISS Pro Nano Titanium. Okay, now that that is all brushed through, I'm just gonna separate out my hair a little bit and pin this part up. Honestly, my hair is still a little bit damp from last night, but like the Revlon tool, this will also dry your hair. This is the part that a lot of reviews say takes some getting used to, and it kind of does. Based on how you want to curl, like if I want to curl under like this, I'm gonna press this up button. If I wanted to flip it out, I would do it like this and press the bottom button. So you're basically just going to toggle between these two buttons either way. All right, so here it goes. Okay, so my clock says 15 minutes, but I spent the first couple minutes talking. So under 15 minutes, we have this. I'm gonna flip things around a little bit, wear it a little more like I'd normally wear it, but there's some nice like flippage going on, and that probably would have been even shorter if my hair had been completely dry when I started. But you can see that there's a lot more volume and a little more shape and body to my hair. So to avoid having to use a round brush and a hair dryer, I love using tools like this. Okay, so now I'm going to show pin curls. These are very similar to just the time that I rolled my hair and pinned it, but they're just a little more flat to your head. So I'm just gonna brush through first, and I'm gonna be using a mixture of these alligator clips, these little small clips, and if I need, I will do some bobby pins. So I always like to start here, and again, you want to brush through this before rolling it, just so that everything lies smooth. So I'm wrapping around my fingers, and then just trying to grab the middle of the curl, and I'm just gonna curl really tight. And rather than pinning it just flat here, I'm gonna pin it a little to the side like this. Okay, so that's what that first part looks like. I'm just gonna go backwards in this line of hair and then work on the sides. Roll, flatten, and pin. On this very bottom piece in the back here, I'm gonna use bobby pins just because I'm gonna be sleeping on this tonight and I don't wanna feel the clip or anything. I'm gonna grab, flatten, and pin. But yes, this This is how I look once they're all done. So I'm going to sleep on them like this, and then I'll show you the final result in the morning. Okay, checking in. This is the result of the pin curls a few hours after I have taken them out. I did brush through them a little bit, but I am really happy with the result. This is pretty much exactly what happened last time too. So for just a few minutes of setting your hair in pins and then sleeping, this couldn't be easier. Okay guys, that's it. What did you think? Let me know which method that you think you're going to try first. It's great that the little clip ones, both the pin curls and the faux rolls, are completely free. You can do them overnight. You don't need any special equipment. You can use bobby pins, which you probably already have if you don't have the clips. But I absolutely love these hot rollers. I love my brushes. And remember, stay tuned because I will be comparing the two brushes and I'll let you know which one my favorite is. If you haven't hit that red subscribe button, please go ahead and give that a click before you go. That really helps out my channel and I would love to stick around and get to know you better. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your other busy mom friends, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.